Hello, what I would like to show you today is a series of exercises you can do with the simple major scale shape. So if you're a real beginner and you haven't got a clue what the major scale is, I'll show you what that is. If you already know your major scales and you just practice them by going up and down, I'll show you some interesting, variations. So we start with A, okay? A is our starting note. This is the root note from the scale, and that's the note on top I'm going to build the whole major scale. The formula for the major scale is that you have to respect a certain, distances between notes. So from the first note to the second note, the distance is a whole tone, that is to say 2 frets. So if I start on an A, 5th fret, 4th string, I'm just going to go 2 frets higher, and on the 7th fret, that's my second note. From note 1 to 2, there's a whole tone, 2 semitones, or 2 frets. So from note 1 to note 2, 2 semitones. From note 2 to note 3, we have 2 more semitones. So this is notes 1, 2, and 3. But then I have to stretch a bit, I'm covering 5 frets with my fingers, and that's a bit of a stretch. So you can get the same note, 9th fret of the 4th string, here, if you fret the 4th fret of the 3rd string. Because when you tune the guitar, the bass is tuned like this. The A is on the 5th fret here, and it's the same as the open string. So whatever I get on the 9th fret here, I'll get on the 4th here. So note 1, note 2, note 3. A whole tone of 2 semitones, 2 frets from note 1 to 2, 2 semitones, 1 tone, 2 frets from notes 2 to 3. Notes 3 to 4, there's only 1 semitone, just 1 fret away. So these are notes 1, 2, 3, 4. And it's starting to sound familiar already, because you've heard the major scale a zillion times. This has been part of Western culture for thousands of years. So 1 tone from 1 to 2, 1 tone from 2 to 3, half tone from 3 to 4, a whole tone from 4 to 5, 2 frets, and then another tone from 5 to 6. So again, the same trick, I can do it here instead. I'll do it on the 4th fret. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. From 6 to 7, another whole tone, and from 7 to 8, a semitone. And the same 8th note is the same as the root. If you play them together, you hear how together they sound. And on top of that, we've just gone full circle. So if you want to carry on, you need 2 semitones for the next second note, and then so on. And you can go down the same way. If you're thinking from 8 to 7, there's a semitone. If you go down from the 1, you'll find the 7 below. I hope I'm not taking this too far, but all you need to know basically is this shape. That's the A major shape, 1 octave. Right, so now what I'm going to do is, instead of just going up the scale and back down, I'm going to come up with different variations, stuff you can do. So the first idea is to play 4 notes only. So you're going to play from notes 1 to 4, and then you restart from the 2nd and play 4 notes, and then start from the 3rd and play 4 notes, from the 4th and from the 5th. And you come back down the same way, 8, 7, 6, 5, 7, 6, 5, 4, and so on. Notice I'm doing this little embellishment in the end. It's basically just going past the octave into the 7th below it and back. Next thing you can do is play what we call the broken thirds. Broken thirds is basically going from note 1 straight to note 3 when you skip note 2. So 1, 3, and then you play note 2 and skip 3, go straight to 4. So 1, 3, 2, 4, and so on. 3, 5, 4, 6, 5, 7, 4, 8. And now, the other thing we can do, and it applies to all the other exercises, is the reverse return. Do the 4x4, the first one, playing 4 notes, and then starting from the second and playing 4 notes. But what I'm going to do is invert the second one. So we go up, and when it's time to go from 2 to 5, I'll do it backwards. 5, 4, 3, 2. And then we do 3, 4, 5, 6. And what was supposed to be 4, 5, 6, 7, I do it the other way around. So this is what will sound like. And then back the same way. Down, up, down, up, down. And this reverse return principle can be used for the other exercises, like the broken thirds. I'm going to go up from 1 to 3, and when I was supposed to go up from 2 to 4, I go down. So you get this. And the same on the way down. I'm going to take the simple 1 octave scale a little bit further and show you another line, another string, 3 more notes. This is the same as playing notes 2, 3, 4. Remember that this is the octave. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You can think of 8 as 1 again. And from 1 to 2, there's a whole tone, and from 2 to 3 there's a whole tone, and from 3 to 4 there's a semitone. So we're going to go up past the octave to the 4th and back. Now I'll start using shifts. That means to move the wrist, going 1, 2, 3, 4. And here, from note 4 to note 5 is where I shift. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And back the same way. So this will enable you to go all the way to the 5th, as long as you always remember the shift here. You can practice just the first few notes, just to get the shift happening. Now when you're ready, I'm going to show you a few more shifts to enable us to reach all the way to the octave again. We've got the first shift here. The second shift is from finger 2 to 1, and just slide finger 1 for the last shift, and shift back on the way down the same way. And again, you can do all those exercises, broken thirds, 4x4. So this is the whole series of exercises you can do with the major scale. I'm starting simple. There's more to come. So what I recommend is practice as much as you can. Try to do it with a metronome. Don't play too quick. We're not looking for speed here, but to get a clear sound out of each note. So don't rush. Play to a metronome. Try to be accurate more than fast. And when you feel you're ready, come back for the next lesson.